set is so cute, y'all. Look at the back. My tattoo. Yeah. Yeah, my man got this for me. He know what he be doing sometimes, you know what I mean? YouTube, it's your girl Kate Uninhibited, and welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell by the title, this will be another story time, and this will be the story time of when I got bit, y'all. Literally a chunk out of my thigh. So warning, this is graphic, sensitive content. I will insert a picture of the bite right here. This is a picture of the bite on my thigh. Like I said, literally a chunk. So if you guys are wondering what happened, how do we get to this? How do we get to a girl biting a whole chunk out of my thigh? Well, this is the story behind that. So this story took place in college, and this is actually my second year in college. So my first year in college, I stayed on campus. If you guys don't know, I went to Jacksonville University. The first year I stayed on campus. The second year, I'm like, oh my God, this school is like so expensive. So me and my friend at the time decided to move off campus. It was literally apartments directly across the street. Like, I had a car, but you didn't need a car. Like, you could literally walk. That's how close the apartments were. So me and this girl were very independent. We both paid for school on our own. We didn't have no help from mommy and daddy or anything. We were working, putting ourselves through school, and literally getting an apartment off campus was less than the tuition that we were paying. So we were like, fuck it, we're gonna move off campus and save a little money, and you know, we're grown, thinking we're grown or whatever, we can handle this, whatever. So I do have to go back all the way to when I met this girl for you guys to even understand how we got to this point. So I'm just gonna start freshman year. And for the sake of this video, I'm going to name the girl Donna. So I met Donna freshman year. I met her through a mutual friend. So freshman year, I already had my friend group. She was an upperclassman. She was a sophomore, and we were freshmen. The girl who introduced me to Donna was also a sophomore, and they had met in the previous year in their freshman year. So I do have to give the friend a name that even introduced me to Donna. So I'm going to name her B. So when we initially met B on campus, she used to tell us all of her freshman stories and things like that. She was very welcoming, and she ended up hanging out with us a lot. So me and my friends met B through some upperclassmen that we had already knew on campus. So B used to always be with Donna, and it eventually just started coming like a thing. Like, she introduced us to Donna, whatever. So this part wasn't necessarily drama, but before we met Donna, another friend in the friend group at the time had mutual dealings with her man. So when Donna first started hanging out with us, the friend in the friend group told her straight up, like, hey, I had dealings with this dude. I didn't know you at the time. I just didn't want you hanging around us without knowing, and things like that. So Donna was cool with it. She was like, thanks for telling me. And then she became part of the friend group. So when you become part of our friend group, it's kind of like a thing because we hang out a lot. Like, we hang out in one of the friend group's dorm room all the time, basically almost every night. We're always doing something, a game night, drinking. We go to the games together. We go to campus events together. So that means we were literally together all the time. During this time, Donna got cool with everybody in the group. She was cool as fuck, do not get me wrong. She was funny. She was lit. We used to go out all the time. This girl literally kept us laughing 24/7. But Donna also came with a lot. So she didn't come with a lot in the friend group necessarily, but all the drama that she was in her freshman year kind of followed into the friend group. So for example, she used to get into it over the guy a lot. Donna used to date this football player. They knew each other before college. Like, they went to high school together. They were high school sweethearts. They came to college together. When they got to college, he started cheating, she started doing stuff. And when I say, like, it was a whole bunch of drama just within them two, it literally fell into the friend group. One, it fell into the friend group because she wouldn't leave him alone. Like, it didn't matter what he did, who he messed with. Like, she always ended up back with him, and it always came with a bitch. But when you're friends with somebody who's always in drama, you're gonna want to have their back. Like, that's your first instinct. But when you start reading the situation and just see what's going on, it's like, it's kind of not my business. So we were always in a situation. For example, he started messing with this other girl on campus. I got on probation with the school behind the girl because we all hung out together. So whenever she targeted her, she would target the friend group. But I'm the friend in the friend group that you're not gonna go back and forth with me over no man that I never messed with, over a man that my friend is messing with, and I'm not with that. So once this girl started bothering me, I shut that shit down real quick. Where the fuck you at? And she took that shit to the office, and long story short, I got on probation and couldn't get in trouble no more with the school. Not saying that what I said to her isn't my fault, because I meant what I said. Like, I'm not with that shit. Girl, find you somebody else to play with, because I'm not gonna argue with nobody. Either we gonna get there or we not. But this girl would have never been bothering us had it not been for the situation with Donna, is what I'm saying. So still talking about our freshman year, I ended up getting a relationship with a football player, and we're just gonna name him Jay. And also the dude she had dealings with, I'm gonna name him a non-factor because I never liked him from the day I met him. He was also a football player too. So once I got into my relationship, I could kind of hear like both sides, because the non-factor would tell my boyfriend stuff and my boyfriend would tell me. And like I said, it was just all really messy. And at this point, my boyfriend at the time just wanted me to stay out of it. Like, it is what it is. And also he knew I didn't like non-factor, so it was more so like just stay out of it, because if this dude ever say something to you, yes, I know he my friend, he my teammate, I might have to whoop his ass. So it was always some tension around this subject. One time we go out and Donna gets mad because non-factor is all hugged up in the club with the same girl who been messing with all of us, and it's been open that he's been talking to this girl. They had came to the club like together, like as a couple. So mind you, this night the whole entire friend group had wore heels. We wore like very girly outfits because most of us was, you know, tomboys. So we were like, we felt cute this night. We did our makeup, like there was gonna be no drama tonight, whatever. However, when Donna seen them together, she had came to the friend group and was like, hey, I'm about to pop off, whatever, hold my wig. Literally took her wig off and went to go find the girl. During this time, non-factor took up for the girl at the time, not my friend Donna, the girl, and ended up pushing Donna across the club, like literally across the floor. Now, like I said, if you're in our friend group and we're your friend, like we're not finna have that, you feel me? So my whole entire friend group started going crazy, like, nah, don't put your hands on a female, yada, yada, yada. I'm putting my boyfriend in this situation because I had ran up in non-factor face. Him and Jay started arguing. It was a whole thing. So this is what I mean by like drama literally followed her, but she didn't necessarily have drama within us, so I thought. So there was another friend in the friend group that she would come to me and talk about behind her back. Mind you, we were all a friend group before she even came in the friend group. So if anything, I owe my loyalty to who's already here. You feel me? I'm gonna name this friend Tina, right? She would come to me and be like, oh, Tina didn't give me gas money for taking her to work. Tina still owed me this amount of money because I loaned her this. So mind you, I didn't even know that they're borrowing money from each other or what their money situation is, because Tina don't come and tell me nothing because she's real. Like, that's between them. Why would she be coming to me and telling me y'all business? However, Donna is the one that got Tina a job at Chick-fil-A because she had worked for Chick-fil-A for a while at the time. She had a little pool and, you know, Tina needed money. So she already has set the expectation, like, I already work at Chick-fil-A, so I'm gonna get you a job at Chick-fil-A. That way you ain't gotta worry about no ride or nothing. So then it started turning into, so you know, Tina got her first check and hasn't handed me anything for gas, for taking her to work and this and that. So mind you, I'm like, well, if you set the expectation of get the same job that I got so we can go to work together, why would you be expecting somebody to give you gas money? That shouldn't even be no knowledge to me, because like I said, that's between you and Tina. So I already got a glimpse of her character, but at the time, what was I, 18 or 19? I really wasn't like up to speed. They ended up getting into it because of what Donna was saying, because like I said, I met Tina first. So I was telling Tina, like, stop borrowing money for her because she's coming to me telling me so and so and so and so. And like I said, Tina was real. So Tina is the type to be like, oh, so you told Queen this, this, and this. And mind you, I didn't care because I said what I said. You told me what you told me and I repeated it. It is what it is. So they ended up getting into it and falling out over the whole situation. Now getting into the second year. So now we're on the second year. We talked during the summer and we're like, you know what? JU is really expensive. This tuition is literally like $13,000 to stay on campus. It's literally less money to pay rent for a year. The rent at the time, we had a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. We shared a bathroom and the rent was like $864. And like I said, if you times that by 12, that's way less than staying on campus, and it's right across the street. So it made sense. So like I said, she hit me up with the idea of moving on campus. So I'm like, hell yeah, like that sounds good. Like I'm down with it, whatever. Mind you, I was working during the summer, but I ended up quitting like a month before the summer ended. But it's not really key to the story, but it's a fact to the story. So saying that, the whole last month of the summer I was not working, so I only had what I had saved for the month and a half that I was working. So she hits me up and she's like, hey, do you have this and this much? Is this much to move in? We have to move in by this date, yada yada yada. So I'm like, I don't have that yet. I have this much, but I stopped working. I'm applying to jobs in Jacksonville as we speak. So she was like, that's cool, just let me know by this date what you have and then we'll work with it. So I ended up getting employed in Jacksonville. However, my start date was maybe 2 or 3 weeks before our actual moving date. However, I was cool with this girl on the basketball team. So I hit my friend up on the basketball team. I'm like, hey, I know you're on campus and I know you're in your dorm. Is your roommate there? Do you have an extra room? 2 weeks until my apartment is ready, just so I can get back and forth to work, because I start work this and this date, right? And be back, she's like, yeah, you could come or whatever, just keep it on the low because we can get in trouble for that. Of course we can. So I had got some stuff, just like enough clothes to get me to the moving date, and I had went up there and I started working. However, I was working at UPS overnight. My weekly checks was like $100 and it was part-time. And also when I got my first check, it was also the same day that we were supposed to pay the money to move in the apartment. So if you do the math, if I only have this much and I only made like $100, I'm not gonna have the money to move in. Like I said, never said I wouldn't give her the money once my checks started rolling in, but this is just the situation right now. Shortly after I started working at UPS, 2 weeks after that, I got my second job at Ross. So my money was already coming in. It's not like, you don't see me working and give you the money, whatever. And like I said, we had already talked about everything, my start dates and everything. So this is already an agreement. When it came to moving in, I think the only thing that I owed Donna was like $500, I think. But like I said, this is so long ago, I don't remember, but it wasn't a lot of money because back then apartments wasn't really that much. So I think I owe her $500 off top of the move-in, and that's it. And then we would start paying rent together half and half. We don't even get to pay rent one time. That's how fast all this shit happened. We were literally not even in that apartment with each other for a month. So mind you, ain't nobody forced Donna to move in this apartment with me. No, none of that. Actually, this was her idea and she wanted it so bad. She was okay with all of my start dates and she was okay with when I would get all of my first checks to give her back her $500, right? So we started living together. There would be little things that she would complain about, like if I ate a bowl of cereal in the morning and I left the bowl in there because I'm in a rush, before I even get off work, she would be texting me like, when you get home, can you get the cereal bowl out of the sink? Yes, I understand that people might be, you know, ticked off about dishes, but it's the little shit, like little teeny shit. And then this is the thing, she's not the cleanest person. Hair all over the counter, glue all over the counter, whatever she's doing is all over the counter. Her room is a mess. So this is where it gets weird that you're bothering me about a cereal bowl, okay? So mind you, I think I paid her like $300 of the $500 I owe her, and then rent was coming up. Mind you, I still gotta eat, still gotta pay tuition, all that. This was an agreement that we had before we even moved in together, so I don't even understand why shit is like a fucking surprise to her. So then it gets to paying rent for the first time. And you have a threshold of when rent is late. I think rent was late after the 5th or after the 6th. Mind you, I wanted to pay it the day after it was considered late. So if it was considered late after the 5th, I need to pay it on the 6th because that's when my check dropped. I told her I would pay the late fee, whatever, but it was only gonna be that because I'm paying you back off of the $500. So she ends up calling Tina about the situation. And mind you, I should have seen this coming because like I said, she did the same thing with Tina to me. So mind you, her and Tina is only cordial because they got on the phone bill together, right? They're not cool, they're just paying the phone bill together. So she calls Tina to talk about me like Tina's not finna call and tell me, y'all. So Tina calls me, she's like, girl, you know Donna called me talking about the $500 you owe her and now you paying rent late and it's only month 1. Yada, basically popping her shit on me, right? So I'm like, I explained the whole situation to Tina, but Tina was like, I don't even know why you would even get an apartment with this girl after she, you know, she did what she did to me last year about a phone bill, about a job, and this and that. So I'm like, I understand that, like, you're completely correct, but I'm just trying to figure out where did the friend shit go out the window because we were friends. So when the fuck did we just become enemies and now you got beef with me about $200 and then me paying the rent a day after it's late and paying the late fee? And it's also the fact that you're calling around about it too instead of talking to me because you ain't said all this to me. Mind you, when I've texted her when I was gonna pay it, all she has responded to me is okay. She ain't told me how she felt whatsoever. So this is why I think a lot of people think I'm soft because I don't never really pop off the first time somebody tried me. When she did that, I didn't pop off. I'm just like, whatever, she's mad about her money. I can understand, I want my money too. But at the same time, if I agreed on when I was gonna pay you, I kind of wouldn't be mad about it. But like I said, I could understand her frustration, so I never approached her about it. I'm just give her money so she can shut up. Before we can even get to that, okay, like I said, I dated this football player my freshman year named Jay. Me and Jay ended up breaking up the summer going into the second year. When we got back on campus the second year, it was still messy because we were still messing with each other. He was messing with girls who were bothering me about messing with him, and it just got really messy. So I'm like, I'm gonna dead that situation. And I ended up talking to this guy that went to EW, Edward Waters College. Is like 20 minutes away from JU, and it's also a historically black college, and it be lit over there, you feel me? So I had met him one time over there at a party doing something, and then we ended up like talking a little bit, and then it got to the point where I eventually allowed him to come over. Mind you, this whole time Jay is still trying to get back with me. He's still, you know, trying to have some type of foot in the door, like, can I come over? And mind you, he know where I live, but once I completely cut him off and I started talking to this other dude and I allowed this dude to come over, Jay was somehow finding out exactly who I talked to. Mind you, like I said, the school is directly across the street and we are not the only students that stay in this apartment. So I'm like, maybe somebody just running their mouth, but then again, how he know the name of who I'm talking to? Like, it's different if you be like, oh, so you have somebody over there who's light-skinned, this and that, versus the whole name, you feel me? So I'm like, whoa, that's kind of weird considering that me and that guy wasn't even like deep. Like, he had came over like a few times. He met Donna, of course, because I'm not going to allow anybody to step foot in my house and not speak to Donna. So she definitely met him, definitely knows his name, definitely have sat with us in my room talking to us about college, whatever. So it was always a whole chill vibe while he's there. Like, never gave me the idea that Donna is the one going back telling Jay every single little thing that I'm doing. So one day I'm sitting at work, and like I said, Jay had these females that he was messing with that would bother me just because they knew that we were a thing or whatever. So I'm sitting at work one day and I get a call from JU. So I answer, I'm like, hello. They're like, is this Kuwaina? So I'm like, yeah. They're like, we need you to come to the counselor's office immediately to deal with the matter. So I'm like, immediately? Is this an emergency? Because I'm at work. Like, is it something that can wait till after work? And he's like, well, what time do you get off? So I was like, well, I don't get off until 8 o'clock. And he was like, well, the office closes at 5. We definitely recommend that you come in today and get this handled, whatever. So I'm like, is it something with my tuition? Like, what is it about? And he's like, do you know so-and-so? And he said the girl's name that is in the office. Mind you, this is the girl name that Jay is messing with. So I'm like, I mean, I know of her. I mean, what is this about? Well, it's just a situation regarding the two of you. So, like I said, if you can make it in before 5 o'clock, that's fine. So I look at my manager and like I put the phone on speaker so he can hear what the fuck going on. And me and my manager was cool at the time, so he was like, hey, go handle that. Like, you know, it's cool if you could come back to work, cool. If not, cool, I'll see you tomorrow. I get to this counselor's office. She's sitting in the office, he's sitting there, and I'm already on like GOMO because why the fuck am I in this office? I'm in college, not high school. Why the fuck am I in a mediation with any type of bitch? I don't understand this. So I'm already on motherfucking 10. So I come in the office. He's like, hi, my name is so-and-so. Hi, my name is Kuwaina. What can we talk about? Because now y'all messing with my money that I got to come in this office about somebody I don't even know. So immediately the counselor's like, who? Well, excuse me? Yeah. Because I don't have time for this shit. So the counselor starts talking and he's like, well, she feels like I'll have an issue because there's words around campus about threats being made towards her, that you're going to do this, and this to her. And from my understanding, if I understand correctly, this is all regarding a guy, right? That's how the counselor puts it. Kind of trying to make it seem like we just two dumbass bitches. It ain't that, because it's one dumbass bitch in this office and it ain't me, okay? So I'm like, first of all, I've never threatened this girl a day in my life. I don't know her. And if I recall, I pulled out my phone and pulled out my Instagram. This is the same girl who messaged me on Instagram trying to be friends, saying, hey, everybody's saying that I look like this girl named Kay, and I guess that's you. We should be friends, LOL. And I left her ass on red. Shortly after that, I found out she was also fucking on my ex that I was in a relationship with my freshman year, not this year, which means I don't have nothing to do with this man. Mind you, I really did have nothing to do with this man, even though we were dibbling dabbling with each other when I first got back. That was only sexual, okay? If we want to be real, if we want to be grown on this channel, that was only sexual. He know I didn't want to get back together with him, and like I said, it is what it is. That's exactly what I said in the office, and like I said, the counselor just looking at me like, what the fuck did I pull in my office? Yeah, I'm too grown for this shit. Even though I was 19 at the time, like, I'm not gonna sit in the office where I pay thousands of dollars a semester about a girl who's bothered by me because she's messing with somebody, my ex, my past. I don't got time for that. So then she starts talking and she's like, well, I just wanted to let you know, like, it's not on no hater shit or whatever. I really just thought that you were cool. People was telling me you look like me. I stopped her dead on her track. I said, we don't look alike. I said, you are light skinned, you have green eyes or whatever. I'm light skinned and I have hazel eyes, and that is the only connection. We look nothing alike. We are built nothing alike. So stop saying that. Well, I didn't take it no way. I just thought it was a compliment. I just thought it was going to be something that made us friends. But then when people were telling me like, oh, don't mess with Jay because he has a crazy ex. He has a crazy ex. And I wasn't really worried about it. But they just started coming to me about it after they found out that we were talking. So I got irritated because, like I said, I already talked to Jay about this girl. And Jay told me out his mouth that she was a bet. And let me tell you what that means. So the childish football players, they all make a bet to see who can hit the most freshmen in the first semester, whatever. She was a bet. That is what Jay told me. That is what I told her in the office. So when I told her that, she got defensive as hell and was like, oh, I'm not no bet. If that's the case, why do I have his ID? I have his wallet. It's because he left it in my dorm. And just started like basically like pulling out stuff and showing me text messages and pictures. I'm just like, it's not gonna say blatantly in black and white, hey, you are a bet that I need to fuck the most freshmen. Hey, can I fuck you? But okay, cool. Feel how you feel. So she was like, well, I'm just telling you. I said, but you're telling me something that I don't care about, and you're telling me something about somebody I don't give a fuck about. I said, we're also talking about the same guy that is texting my roommates and also me begging to get back with me. Oh, no, he's not. No, he's not. Okay, so if you my roommate and you one of my best friends and I call you, ain't you supposed to have my motherfucking back and start sending them screenshots? So I called Donna and I'm like, hey, you would never believe what the fuck I'm at. I'm in the office with so-and-so and so-and-so. She's trying to say that Jay is not getting back together with me. You can either screenshot the pictures and send it to me, or I'm gonna put you on speaker and you can tell them what it is, because like I said, I didn't even talk to Jay at all at this time. We had no communication. The only communication I was getting from Jay is Donna coming in my room telling me, Jay still texts me about you. He really wants you. I was not talking to this guy at all at this time. Mind you, like I said, this supposed to be my roommate, my best friend. I have her on speaker. After I say all that, all you hear is beep, beep, beep. So who looks stupid? I do, because like I said, those were the receipts that I needed to prove my case that I don't want this man want me, and you got me sitting in this office for no reason. So less than 2 minutes of her hanging up, the girl in the office phone rings. It's Jay calling her. She like, look, he calling me right now. She answered the phone, put it on speaker. She like, hello? He like, why the fuck are you in the office with Kawena? I told you not to bother her. I told you to leave her the fuck alone. I don't fuck with you. Now she looks stupid because, like I said, I'm not lying. I do not fuck with this man. But this man is also still not gonna allow nobody to fuck with me. And now that you're fucking with the girl that you actually want to be with, now he cussing your ass out and you look stupid. So even though she's sitting there looking stupid and I don't prove my point, I'm still pissed the fuck off, because why the fuck would you hang up? Second, I done put 2 and 2 together that you done called Jay and told him that we in the office, because how all of a sudden he knows that we're there? So after that, I leave the office and I call my best friend at the time and I'm telling her what happened. And I'm like, tell me if I'm tripping that she didn't call Jay phone and tell him that we're in this office. So she was like, no, that's definitely what it was. Like, it couldn't have been no other thing. I said, exactly. So now I'm on my way home to address that shit. So my friend is like, well, I'm going to meet you at your house because I already know how this could go and I don't really want no confrontation. I said, I don't give a fuck about a confrontation. So now at this point, I'm mad to the point where I'm crying, because now I feel hurt. Because I'm thinking more so like he's a weirdo. Maybe he's sitting in the apartments or something watching me, and that's how he knows. Never would I thought that the girl that I live with in the house with me is the one telling him everything I got going on. Like, that's weird. So I get home and I knock on her door. I said, Donna, come out. I want to talk. Hold on, I'm doing something. I'm doing my hair, whatever. Well, you need to hurry up because you need to come out and I need to talk to you. So she's like, why are you talking to me like that? Or she said something through the door. Girl, come out that fucking door. Like, I don't got time. You already know what the fuck I'm mad about. Come out your goddamn room. So at the time, we still had no furniture. Like I said, we were in there less than a month. Okay, so we're standing around the living room. I'm standing in the middle of the living room. Our 2 guy friends are standing like by the door, which is, you know, kind of next to me. And then she comes out her room and she's like standing at the end of the hallway, which is like entering the living room. And she's like, what's up? And she's like holding her dog. I don't give a damn about that motherfucking rat ass chihuahua. Why the fuck are you calling Jay and telling him anything that I'm fucking doing? Oh, well, I just feel like Jay's a good guy and he's real soft-hearted and he really wants you back, and you don't understand the messages he sent me and the stuff that he tells me about you, and I just don't want him to waste his time waiting on you knowing that you don't want him and things like that. So yada yada, like she said a whole bunch of bullshit, but from what I got from it is, well, damn, do you want him? Because you talk about how he's so soft-hearted, this and that, and you really don't want his feelings to get hurt, bitch. What about my feelings? I'm your friend. That is not your friend. That is my ex-boyfriend. Why do you have any sympathy for how the fuck he feel after he fucking on all these bitches? So that's when I got mad, because I'm like, well, damn, if you want to fuck him at this point, just tell me. That's all you had to tell me. So she's like, it's not that. I was like, it is that. That's all it's giving. But like I said, why are you telling my business in this fucking house? So at this time, I'm getting close to her, like, because I want her to do something. She is smaller than me. So I do not like fighting girls smaller than me. Mind you, she's like 5'4", 100 pounds. I do not want to hit this girl first just simply because she's small. She's always talking about fighting big bitches. Like, oh, I don't give a damn about a big bitch, because she fought a big bitch her freshman year and I guess she did her ones or whatever. So she's always like, oh, I'm not scared of nobody's size, whatever. But she was not in that type of time with me. Like, with me, like, she didn't want to argue. She didn't raise her voice at all. So mind you, I have my keys in my hand. She's still not doing nothing. So I literally threw my keys in her face and hit her with it. She ain't do nothing. She's like, clearly, oh, you want to fight? I'm not going to fight over Jay. I said, I'm not fighting over Jay. I'm fighting over somebody who I thought was my best friend. I done moved in with. They talk about me behind my back and telling my ex everything I do, and it's none of his business. That's why I'm mad. So then she was like, well, I'm not fighting you, whatever, whatever. And I was like, well, you pussy, you know, I don't give a fuck. I don't fuck with you. You can move out. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Like, I don't fuck with you, period. She walked back in her room. I left that night, and that was that. Now going to the next day, okay? Going to the next day. So I used to babysit for this guy on the basketball team, and I'm over at his house babysitting, and I'm talking to his girlfriend or whatever. Mind you, she's getting ready to leave. That's the whole reason why I'm babysitting. Soon as she left, my phone is blowing up, blowing up, blowing up, and it's Donna. So before I even answer it, I called our mutual friend again. I'm like, hey, bro, like, she blowing up my phone. I ain't with that shit. Should I answer, whatever, whatever? So before I can even get an answer to answer her call, whatever, text messages start going through my phone. So I open the text messages. She like, where the fuck you at? Come home. I want to fight. You bullied me last night. I'm not no pussy. I'm not no punk ass bitch. Yada, yada, yada. Like, basically just like telling me like, yeah, come home. I want to fight. Like, I wasn't on that last night. Like, I'm on that now. So mind you, if I hit you in the face with my keys last night and you wasn't on that and you on it today, I'm about to be a little cautious because there's something that's making you on it today. So I don't know what I'm finna walk into, what you got planned, who you got with. I don't know none of that. The girl that I was babysitting for ended up coming back early. I had called B and I'm like, hey, you better get your friend because so-and-so and so-and-so. I started telling her the situation. She was like, oh my God, come pick me up, come pick me up. So it was good that I went and picked her up because like I said, you wasn't on that the night before and you on it today. You think I'm finna walk in the house first? Absolutely not. I don't know if you waiting behind the door with a bet on me. Listen, I was ready for any and everything. So I had got B. B had called our other two guy friends that stay in the same apartment complex, like, you know, come over just in case, you know, we don't know what the fuck finna go down. I knew what the fuck was finna go down because you ain't finna call me out and I not step, okay? I'm not you. So we get to the house or whatever. The two guy friends is already there. I'm like, B, take my key and walk in first. Now, if B would have got hit in the head with a bat, I would have felt bad, but it was more so like she'll recognize it's you feel me, and maybe not swing. However, when we walked in the house, she like, you come in, she not even in the living room. This girl is in her room. So I knock on the door. I'm like, hey, I got work in 45 minutes. I only work 2 minutes up the street, so this is why I had time for this, okay? So she was like, just give me a second. I'm taking my edges out. I'm taking my edges out. So mind you, she had just got some plaits. Baby, I promise you your edges will not be touched. Just come out that room. Like I said, I don't got time. Okay? She was like, whatever, whatever. But she didn't want to believe me that I wasn't going to touch her edges, so I had to wait on her to take her edges out. But like I said, I got 45 minutes. You need to bring your ass on. She come out the room with her boyfriend at the time, and this was some dude she met at Chick-fil-A. Some foreign dude who barely spoke English. She literally just used to be doing shit, and I had no reason why this guy was even part of this or why she even called him, because he looked more scared than she did. She come out the room with him and trying to talk. Talk about, you bullied me last night and I'm not soft. I will fight you. I'm not scared of you. You're big as fuck. You're big as fuck. So mind y'all, I'm bigger now than what I was back then. I was still the same height, of course, 5'8", but I was only like 140, 150. Baby, I'm not that big. Just because I'm 4 inches taller than you doesn't mean shit, okay? Yeah, I got 40 on you too, but she's trying to make it seem like I'm just like the biggest bitch of all. Like, no, it wasn't that big of a difference, okay? So she's trying to talk whatever. I'm like, we talked last night. That's not what you called me to this house for. And what do you want to do? You feel me? So she's still trying to talk like, after this, I don't want you to say nothing to me. We could pay our rent and leave each other alone, whatever, whatever. Okay, cool. I'm with the same shit. Now can we come on? So she runs up. Mind you, if I just said that she's smaller than me, I have no idea why she would try to run up and grab me. So she tried to run up and literally like grab me, like scoop me, like she's just the biggest bitch of all. And I literally just flipped her on the floor. I got on top of her. I put my knees on top of her shoulders so she couldn't swing. And I was decking that bitch in her face. Yeah, and that bitch turned and bit a chunk out of my fucking thigh, literally. If you can picture somebody on their back and your knees on their shoulders, their mouth is right there. They literally can't swing. So I'm literally just decking her shit. She literally turned, just like she was like this, like trying to dodge a hit, and she literally turned and bit a chunk out of my thigh. Now, you know, you do what you gotta do when you can't do nothing else, but I just feel like biting somebody, like biting, spitting, all that shit, like it don't take none of that to throw the motherfucking hands, you feel me? So I'm really mad, like she was that soft, like that punk of a bitch to goddamn bite me. So mind you, at the time, like I literally don't even know like I'm big. Like they're just like trying to pull me off her, and I'm like, bitch, you done got me fucked up. You done had me fucked up for too long. Because little do she know, like you didn't get beat up because you told my ex that I was in the office with this girl, like, you got beat up all the way from the beginning when I got on probation for you, when you had us fighting in the club, all that shit. She got beat up for all that shit. That's why I'm like, maybe I shouldn't let people try me for so long before I nip it in the bud. Because once I finally pop, I'm gonna pop on you for everything. So like I said, they pulled me off her or whatever. And then that's when B was like, you bit her. Cause mind you, like, it's a whole fucking bite. She starts like crying after the fight and like trying to like make amends. Like, I told you I didn't want to fight you. I didn't want to do that to you. Do what? So mind you, I literally just went in my room and started getting ready for work. The bite is literally not even like correlating to me right now. Like, I'm still mad, my adrenaline's still running. I'm really not realizing like this bitch just really bit a chunk out of my leg. So I go in my room and get ready for work, and her best friend was there at the time along with her man. And basically her best friend was just telling her like, bro, I told you not to do this shit. Like, it wasn't that serious, whatever. I'm in my room on the phone. My sister's like, I just whooped this bitch ass. Like, I already told y'all. She kept trying me, and I'm really talking like she literally not in the next room. Like, and I'll do it again if she ever try me again, because this bitch that had me fucked up for too long. When I say I didn't give no fucks, I did not care, because come in this room and do something. I ended up going to work. Like I said, my manager was cool at the time. I ended up telling my manager, like, this is what the fuck just happened literally less than an hour ago, like down the street, because I literally live 2 minutes away. So I'm telling him, and I show him the bite. He's like, bro, that's a bite, like for real, like a bite. Like I said, I will show y'all the picture again. Like, this is like a bite. So once he said that, like, all of my adrenaline had went away, and I literally started feeling it like, this is a bite. Like, this shit is burning. Like, it's hurting type shit. So I had put like peroxide on it and some Neosporin on it, and I had put like a big bandage on it at work, and I just carried out throughout my shift, whatever. So that was like on a Thursday. So that Friday, I remember walking around letting it breathe. I didn't put no bandage on it or nothing. I just let it breathe. So then that Saturday, again, we had a football game. I'm wearing shorts, letting it breathe or whatever. I got like ointment on it, but that's it. So this lady is literally like staring at me at the game. Like just staring at me. So mind you, she's also a white woman. So I'm like, maybe she looking at me because my short's a little short, or I look fast or whatever, but she literally just keep looking me up and fucking down. Like I said, we just stand at the game, and she eventually comes up to me. She's like, can I ask you a question? So I already done peeped her staring at me, so I'm kind of on defense mode, like, yes. And she's like, what is that on your leg? And I said, it's a bite. She said, what kind of bite? I said, a human bite. She said, a person bit you right there? And I said, yes. She said, it's infected. You need to go get it checked out. And I was like, huh? And she's like, yes, I'm a doctor. That bite is infected. You need to go get it checked out, like right now. And this lady is just looking at me. Face is straight. She don't even give a fuck about the story. She's looking at me like dead serious, like, go. Mind you, at the time, the bite still looked like the picture, but around it was like very discolored, like yellows and greens. Like, I wouldn't even say like purple bruises. It was like yellows and greens. Like, it did look bad. So I looked at my best friend, and she was like, yeah, we're going. So we left the football game, and we went to like an urgent care, whatever. I went in there. I told them what happened. Like, hey, I got bit by this person. I got into an altercation. This lady at the football game said she was a doctor. She said it's infected. She told me to come in right away, and that's why I'm here, whatever. Less than 10 minutes, then people come get me from the back. Are you the one with the bite? Yes, come back. Come on. Okay. So I get back to the room. They're examining it. They're like, what happened? So I didn't necessarily tell them that I lived with the person or who the person was or whatever, because I mean, it's just not that serious to me. Like, I'm not finna press charges or nothing like that, because I was an aggressor too, you feel me? This was like a mutual combat. So, and they were like, well, human bites are worse than animal bites. They're way more dirty. A human's mouth is way more dirtier than any animal mouth, and just educating me on it. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So that was like just like the nurse who's like cleaning up the wound and things like that, getting it ready for the doctor to see. The doctor comes in the room, examines the bite for maybe a max of 5 minutes, leaves the room, come back with a whole tray of stuff. They made me take a pill. It was like an antibiotic pill. Then I would be on the antibiotics for the next 7 days. They gave me a shot. They gave me like all types of shit. And they were like, yes, like this is infected. If you would have waited at least 24 more hours, the infection would have went into your bloodstream, and you would have been looking at possibly amputation. What? This just happened 2 days ago. What do you mean that it's infected, and if I would have waited 24 more hours, I would have been looking at amputation? What the fuck? Mind you, if that lady was not at the game and she did not tell me that, I was going to thug it out. I'm a thug. It is what it is. Like, I'm gonna keep putting Neosporin on it all day and going about my day being stupid and, you know, not going to get some help or going to get something checked out, because like I said, I had no knowledge of the human body. I've never gotten bitten before. So when the doctor told me that, it literally got me so heated to the point where like I wanted more. Like, no way, like this almost just happened. Like, I don't even think that like I could be cordial no more. Like, I know we said, yeah, we finna fight it out, pay the rent and leave each other alone. No, fuck that. You're dirty, you're disgusting, all that shit. Like, I did not care. She ended up leaving because she was like, oh, the whole school knows I got beat up. I'm so embarrassed. Mind you, she's the one who went on social media after we fought and said, I don't give a damn about no size. I'll fight any bitch. Yada, yada. She's the one who made it known we fought. I never told nobody. I never posted about it or nothing. People started walking up to me in school asking me what happened between me and Donna. And I was like, what? So, like I said, I never did none of that. I never made her leave the school. She left on her own. I don't know how I was going to look at that girl every day knowing what the doctor told me, seeing this bite on my leg every day and you sleeping in the next room. Like, it was not going to go down like that. It was not going to be cordial no more. So, I'm actually glad that she fucking left. Still to this day, if I ever see this girl, it might be up. It might be up. Depending on my growth at the time, it might be up because, like I said, one more time, look at this. This on a fine ass... This unfine ass bitch, come on. Come on. So yes, that is the story time for today. That is how I got bit. Like I said, if it's any story from college, it's always going to be a crazy one. But even though the scar is where it is and I hate it, like I'm not insecure about it at all. Like it has not stopped me from wearing shorts or skirts or whatever. Like a scar is a scar. Like it is what it is. It doesn't stop me from putting that shit on, okay? I wear what the fuck I want to wear. And like I said before, if you like this story time and want more, go ahead and drop a comment down below. Make sure you subscribe to see more. Make sure you follow me on my Instagram because that is where I update y'all and interact with y'all the most. All of my social medias will be down in the description box below. But like I always say, thank you guys always and forever for tuning in. I will see you guys in my next video, and your girl K Uninhibited is out. Bye, YouTube.